Well, it's now 5:30 in Trinidad and Tobago, and
usually we get into the news feed and those trending topics happening now around the world. But right now we've got another superstar in the studio. We are so lucky today. Is it like Fantastic Monday or something?
Well, I hope so. It's been a fantastic Monday so far, and it continues. Welcome, Trinidad and Tobago,
the Viking of Soca.
Ashleia did it.
Good evening. Welcome.
How are you? What have you been up to? It's your season.
Well, just the flip is that my season is now year round. So yeah, but it has been good. It is going good, and it will continue to be going good. Yes, and yes.
So tell me about the songs that you have released already. You have Renegade with Ataklan.
Yeah, Renegade Soca. I have Renegade Soca released with Ataklan. Brace done by I Mario from Kes the Band. Don't Afraid with Fair and Lions. Just this morning, actually, Sheriff released my track Cosmopolitan on the Jungle Book rhythm. Of course, I named the song Cosmopolitan because it is a song encouraging everyone of every creed and race to stand for what they believe in, stand for your right, things like that. And it's not like, violent revolutionary kind of way, but at some point in time in your life, you need to stand and believe in something, and you need to stand for what you believe in, because you will get tested. Each one of us get tested daily. And the deciding factor is how you respond to it. Is either you give in or you stand, and so it goes. And then we have some other later in this week we'll be dropping another track. Myself, Fair and Lions, Ace and Crim of Treasons. A crazy.
When you say crazy, it's like a power soca.
Say that a couple more times.
You're like crazy. Yeah, soca. Everything right now is soca oriented, straight into the season. I just received the email to listen to the version of a track that I just did with a young lady from Trinidad. It's Tinil Amor, who's rolling with Shaggy's and them camp. So I just did that collab with her. And we have some more surprises in store. I mean, the season is all about surprises with all the artists, So
how do you decide how many songs you do a year, or is there any decision made? I'm gonna do 10, I'm gonna do 15, or as songs come in, I just do that.
That's it with me. As it come, I just I developed this thing in my head where years ago I used to try to save a song, but then I realized if this song come at me now in this moment, it means because it's to be dealt with now. So I do it now and get it out. And that way make more room for other songs to come, and they build a nice repertoire, and because we have a band, of course.
Yeah.
So we have the songs to facilitate the live performances with the band, and the more fresh songs you have on a constant is the better. So I just let it flow.
Would you have a maximum amount of songs that you would release? Like you say, okay, I'm not releasing anything more than 10 songs this year.
No, I just go
with the flow.
Yeah. What actually borderlines me from releasing more than a certain amount of songs is when we coming down into Carnival time, and the shows become too much that we don't have studio time. That's the only time I don't go in the studio. Other than that, I'll be in the studio just churning out tunes. I mean, I'm an artist. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Now, this Renegade Soca, I absolutely love it. As soon as it was released, we put it on our system, and we have been playing that song from the start, right?
I heard it. I heard it.
Tell me, how did that collab come about with you and Ataklan? I mean, it's such an amazing collaboration, though.
Well, Clan and I have been talking about doing a collab for probably like 6 or 7 years or more, right? When Keisha sent the rhythm right, from Just Now.
From Just Now, yeah.
Right? As soon as I heard that beat, I was like, Ataklan, right away. No two ways about it. So I sent it for him, and like in 15 minutes or so, he messaged me back to say, yo, my verse done. So I was happy because, that's how I operate as well. So fine, when I meet someone who's moving as swift as, it's all good. So we went to studio, it was like one shot. And I think this is just the first of many more to come. So we dialogue right through. Of course, we have our own company, the Ground Empire, which is the Viking House, run by myself and Fair Lions, or Fair Lions and I. Sorry, don't put it properly.
You've been tuning
out front in our yard space. Like I always say, like every artistic institute, you need a little spot or pocket for artistic expression and vibes of flow. So we have a nice little spot in the front of the building where basically every day is some sort of congregation. So at the time when we went to do the song, Keisha was there, Kes was there, Class and them was there. Everyone was like just in front. It was like a hub, and everyone was just, you know, it wasn't like
vibes.
It wasn't even like competitive neat. It was just like everyone just there, who drinking this, who eating what, and just talk and exchanging conversations. And that is what we created that for. Our whole thing is designed for. Of course, we're no longer in competitions, right? Fair Lines and we are no longer in competitions. So then, what do you do as you grow in music and in art or creativities? What do you do? And of course, there are things that you must keep in mind. For example, we're not here forever, right? Everyone has an expiry date in the artistic world, no matter how long or short it lasts. What do you do with the time when you have the ability to pass it on or to share or to help harness and develop younger talents, younger growth? So what we decided was to put together this company, and it is geared towards working with artists across the board, but not the typical, I produce this rhythm, I put 3 artists on it and release it.
Yeah.
Because both of us are signed, she's signed to VP Records, I'm signed to RCA/VP. Things that we learned, like mechanical rights, the proper dispensing of mechanical rights, proper publishing, the negotiation for your master track, all that. Things that we have been overlooking over time, and no institute here in Trinidad and Tobago actually taught us that.
Right.
Now that whatever knowledge we have where that is concerned,
you want to share with the rest.
Yeah, so we try to bring these young ones, and we sit with them from one time and say, hey, this is the agreement with this producer. This will be the owner of the track. This is the percentages, whatever. So when they go in, they don't have the headache of after that we usually see in soca music, where after competition win, producer and artist fighting over rights and all kind of. We do it up front. That is all comfortable, and we also try to embrace the full creative side, because in Trinidad and Tobago, if you're too creative, it could be a bad thing for you, right?
How so?
I want to know why.
We've seen it all the time, right? Sometimes people prefer to go the fast food route than the proper food route, right?
They don't want to plant it and watch it grow.
Right. So an artist might come into our domain that may say something or sing something, but it might fly over everyone's head. And it's not that he's singing something wrong. It's just that it's so creative that some people just ain't.
You haven't touched it
right?
yet. You ain't
and it's something,
yet.
and it's what I observe is that it's something that would have worked like 10 years ago. But now you realize the content of quality in the music is becoming like somewhat
diminishing.
Is diminishing, right? And that is having a very serious part to play in this.
So
when they're too creative, you're kind of like, I want to think so hard.
Are you saying that the audience too? What part the audience has to play in that?
The audience has a very large part to play in it, because of course the audience buys or rejects, right, what is put out. And if the audience is now at a state where
they like the fast food thing,
it becomes a problem for
the very creative,
very creative, exactly.
Person.
Because what are they going to do? Are they going to compromise themselves, for the sake of sales? At the end of the day, they need to be true to themselves. I came from a creative background, so what we design now is to try to help maintain them, and that they don't lose focus.
But what I'm saying also is, if you are a very creative person, you put out what you have to put out and bring the audience up to your level.
Right, exactly, and that's what we're about doing. Our thing is that we're not trying to. Our thing is to get them not to compromise
on their talents.
Do what you do, right? Everyone may not buy into it now, but in time, it will happen. And that's the whole thing about it. Yeah.
Well, Bunji, we spoke about so many different things, but right now I want to touch on something that's very different. Of course, I've been macroing your Instagram, and I do ever so often.
Do you macro in?
I'm macro in. I'm a Trini, I'm macro in.
That's my Insta fan.
And I've been seeing a lot of nature-oriented pics and animal pics on your Instagram. Tell me about that.
Well, I was born in Waterfield, so I was grown on a farm. And all my life I spent on a farm. So from very young, I was attuned to nature. And that's the way I have it. So anywhere I go to live, it must have a lot of nature around me.
A lot of bush.
Birds, and bush, straight up bush. Insects and this and that or whatever the case.
So would you hold snakes and stuff comfortably?
Yeah. I've been doing that since small. I wouldn't hold a cockroach. He's
a nature boy.
Yeah, I've been a nature person from since
minus the insects.
very long. I mean, I used to, mind different animals and that people won't normally take care of.
So what do you have home now? Do you have any?
No, I have
any pets?
no, because I don't have any time to take care of pets. Now.
Right, I hear that, and you're
So
traveling
it'll be
so much
unfair to
too.
them.
Anyway, coming back to the song too, the song with Ataklan,
Renegade.
the
Renegade
Renegade.
Soca.
Renegade Soca.
The production part of it, I'm hearing rap soul.
Yeah.
Kind of. Was that intentional?
Yeah, well, Keisha, the music was done before anyone was thought of for the song, right? Keisha did the rhythm and then he sent it to me and I linked Ataklan. But because Keisha, of course, used to work, does work with Three Canal,
Right.
right? So that influence is there. But of course, Ataklan, who has been out here since Homefront days, it was just an easy fit.
Yeah.
I gravitated towards it because, of course, I could have said, Keisha, no, I want something that song with more synths and more pop-like and
Modern sounding.
But 2014,
We're going back.
evidently, we mastered the sound of the soca with the EDM sounds and all that. If you notice now by the releases, a lot of it is going more rootical, more kind of going home
I
based.
love it though.
It is a good thing, and it's something we need to be careful of, not in a bad way. What we have to remember now, we have a lot of international eyes looking on in Trinidad and Tobago now because of the success of the music within the last year and the achievements from the Soul Train Awards last year.
To yourself.
Right.
The
By
mentality.
myself. Then our next Soul Train Award again was won by Mr. Montano.
This
Yeah.
year again.
And you know, the one came in and the atmosphere was like just, you know, like tame. And we was in a part. Saturday night I was in an event and I went on the microphone and said, hey, listen, people supposed to be dancing all upside down on these ceilings right now. You know, another man from the soil brought home a Soul Train Award. This is not like one and then they miss a year. This was like back to back.
2
This
years
happened.
in a row, yeah.
You know, so people supposed to be joyous and the DJ come on, yes, it's time to get to it. And then well that kick off the party. And, you know, but you know, it is these strides is what we were dreaming of all this time. It is happening now. So now that we have the attention, we need to play like both sides of the fields. We need to play home game and we have to play abroad game too.
Right.
And we have to be sensible about it, because if we could get like 2-3 more consecutive international hits out of this music,
Then the whole thing blow up.
the whole thing blow up. And so we need to be paying attention to that. This is the time right now.
All right. Good. Sounding good.
Oh, sorry, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. In studio with me, of course, I have one of our Ground Empire artists, goes by the name Junglas. Has a song playing on your sister station called Bad Girl.
961.
Yes,
That's the big brother.
yeah, sorry. The general station.
Yeah.
Pumping song called Bad Girl.
And he's part of
And he's
the
part
family.
Of, he's part of the family, part of the Ground Empire.
Yeah, I noticed the Mohawk now. The Mohawk hairstyle.
Is a Mohawk family now?
Is a coincidence or is just
That was just a vibe. Jogi, come and say something quick, no, man. That's just a vibe. It is not a prerequisite. It's not
Okay, so you don't have to have it. So I don't have to shave my head then.
No, you coming to be part of the
I come to be part of the team, man.
We have a special thing for you. But ladies and gentlemen,
is a shave off to one side and a thing going up in the air, so one coming up on the next side.
I briefly and
For the
swiftly,
ladies.
I briefly and swiftly introduced to you, out of our Grown Empire movement, one of our artists that is on the scene for 2015. We call him Jungi, but it goes by the artist name Jungulus.
Okay.
Jungulus.
Welcome.
Welcome to Star 947 for the first time. It's your first time here, of course, I know, because we've never interviewed you before.
No,
so
this is
welcome,
my first time.
welcome.
Afternoon.
Well, how long you been doing the thing?
Well, professionally, more or less, it's now starting on a professional level, but I've been around since when, boy? Since
Bunji's like giving direction. Long time he's been around.
Yeah, man.
Stop being so modest now. Give us the truth. Listen, we want the truth right here on Star. How long have you been really doing this?
Well, since school days, you know, so that is more or less a couple of years, well, you know, in school, but not taking it like as professional how Faye and Ian have me doing it now, you know. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and I live in the life where the void that I always want to fill, it's now processing and formulating real nice
All right.
under the Ground Empire movement.
And would you be trying to compete in any of the competitions in 2015?
Yes.
The boss man say yes.
If he say yes, it's yes.
You know? It's a discipline.
Okay.
Well, anything else you want to say? You want to say hi to fans? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Twitter? How can they connect with you?
Well, at Junglas on Twitter.
Okay, you have to spell that for me, babes. You have to spell that for me. How do you spell Jungulus?
Jun, N as in no, Gulus.
All right. And
All
what's,
right.
what's the name of the song again?
Bad girl.
Bad Girl.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Oh,
So
gosh, I'm
YouTube-
scared.
Yeah, man.
I'm scared. Bad
All
girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything nice.
All right, Junglas.
Yeah, man. It was
Thank
a
you so much
privilege.
for
Thank you for
passing
stepping back.
through.
Art of love.
Bunji,
Same to you, baby.
anything you'd like to say
Hold
before?
on. Yes,
I would like to. I would like to say, a very special thank you. Of course, Star 947. I'm Allan Ashleia. Thanks for having us here. Of course, the listeners who are locked on here right now, whether you're local or you're abroad, thanks for being a part of this. And stay right here because all your hits, internationally and locally abroad too, will be right here.
That's
Well,
right.
well, coming right now, we have Bunji Garlin and Ataklan
Renegade
Renegade
Soca.
Soca.
on Star 947.